Hey Soul Tribe, it's Kate and Kerry.
We are so excited to have you hear this new episode. Please review and subscribe at the end. It's free and it helps us keep spreading our message to you, our awesome listener. Thanks so much and enjoy the episode.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Soulsessed Twins. I'm Kerry, your host in California.
Hey guys, it is Kate, your host in New York.
And we are bringing another episode to you that is intense to help you get through tough times and really feel okay about still taking care of yourself, even when horrible things are going on around you. Right?
Yeah, with the state of the world right now going on, we just felt so compelled to speak about it and how to, operate on a daily basis, just as a person, being so far away. We're just going to be really relating to people that are in the States that aren't near the travesty that's going on with Israel. And how do you do that? How do you function or try to function when so much devastation and tragedy is happening with loved ones and family and can't do anything about it? So it seems.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it is so consuming, right? When you're that worried and affected from afar that it can really just overtake you and on some level dismiss yourself and your well-being. And mostly the angle that we're going to talk about is because of guilt and feeling like, if you take care of yourself in any way or do anything in like a wellness fashion, that you can feel guilty about it. And what Kate and I are here to just stress is actually this time is really the most important time to take care of yourself so that you really can be of more use to yourself and your family, right? So that you're not just crippled in this situation, but that you can come to it with something because you're still in self-care to some degree.
Yeah, seeing it, so live and touching girls that I actually play tennis with. I just thought of this that last Tuesday went to tennis, and there are a few girls that are Jewish, and I played with one of them, Eliza. And speaking with her after, I just said, I'm so sorry with what's going on. How are you doing? And obviously she said awful. And it's just a reminder. And we had such a beautiful conversation. And yes, of course, she appreciated the acknowledgement. I think that's such a big help that that's what something that we can do too, is how we take care of each other while we watch this horrific stuff go on, is to acknowledge that it's going on, regardless of your religion, Jewish, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I think the acknowledgement means a lot and definitely meant a lot to Eliza. And it was just such a wonderful example to show that, her family, is in Israel, is going through this live, tangibly, and that here she is playing tennis with me. And that's kind of how you do it, whether you're, crying through it or not, and certainly crying through it on the inside. It's once we start to totally abandon ourselves, it then becomes so hard to then be of any use, even just support, even be of any use to be able to take that phone call from our loved ones that are really on the line with this thing right now.
Yeah, exactly. And just to not get buried by it, it is so important because those most afflicted with this are needed too, for people who, are closer to it and need their support. So, you know, just to encourage you and everybody, because Kate and I are affected, I mean, to some degree, not like our Jewish friends and families and the Jewish community, of course, but it is extremely troublesome and horrific to see this happening to the Jewish community, and to anybody. I mean, it's just like a humane, it's a person issue. So it's so troubling. And to be able to show up to friends that are around me and around Kate, it's important for Kate and I to, we've been talking about this, still take care of ourselves so that we can be of maximum support to those around us, right? And everybody, just lifting each other up and trying to comfort each other in any way we can is going to be what gets us all through it, and in particular, our Jewish community.
Yes, absolutely. And it really, if we do have the courage to, speak up and acknowledge what's going on with each other around here, it just gives such a wonderful opportunity to have a conversation, to not feel so helpless, and, kind of band together and just know that we're all supporting the same, for the same people, for the same purpose. We all are there together. And I just thought that was like so touching for me, was that just to be able to get like a little bit of a glimpse of Aliza's life, and she is representing, a lot of the Jewish community for me anyway. There was actually that she had a bunch of friends there too, who I'm friendly with, but they're certainly way more bonded. One of them was her sisters also, and just to be able to bond together and to allow, to let them know that they're not alone, and that we are, we can voice our concern and our care and our compassion and, be there in any way that we can. I mean, look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful that is. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like the religion part of it. Who gives a shit, right? Like Kerry's saying, like, this is a humanity like travesty, and to be able to just say, like, I care about you, I'm thinking about you, I'm praying for you, it was such a moment. And that's the uplift that we can give, because I certainly feel powerless over what's happening, but that's my little contribution, is to acknowledge what's happening around for them.
Yeah, and I think it's extremely important to let, them know they're not against, not every single person is against the Jewish community. And that's why Kate and I say we stand with you. I mean, it really is like, it's unbelievable, right? And so just to say, like, no, that is not everywhere. And we feel heartsick over, what's going on. And to just say, we are with you, we stand with you, we support you always and forever. And it's horrifying what is going on. We're against it completely, and it needs to be stopped. And just to know it's not everywhere, that you do have love and support coming your way.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Because I can imagine too, there's probably a lot of, survivor's guilt. And that doesn't mean somebody had to pass away. It just means, the survivor's guilt of that you're not going through something that a loved one is. That's something that I know I can relate to in my own, way anyway, with family and stuff growing up. And that's why it's just so important to just make sure that you do the little things to take care of yourself. And there's not, that it helps with the feeling of powerlessness. It gives you a little bit of, hope and connectedness that you're not so alone.
Yeah, exactly. And just gives you some, because you can feel out of control. And it's just like there's, nothing you can do about any of it. And there is, right? So it allows you to take control in a way of, you can take control of your well-being always. And that's going to be, it still needs to be center stage so that you can function and that you can be useful, like we've been saying. And that's what I meant by feeling guilty by doing anything, in the wellness area for yourself and feel like bad about it and guilty because they're not able to and you are. And it's like, yeah, and you're doing it for them. It's for them too, right? So when you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of others. That bleeds out, right? And then your energy is freed up to be able to be there and more so, more functioning in a way than if you're not taking care of yourself. So that's how we can do our part. That's how we can do our part. So, feeling powerless and out of control, you can gain some semblance of control and powerfulness by doing some self-care.
Yep. Yeah, do not feel bad about going to tennis or getting your nails done or going out to dinner, absolutely, having a good time. That is definitely not off the table. It is what's needed and, what your loved ones need to hear too is your hope and your, confidence almost that we're all gonna get through this, really. And it's not gonna happen if we all crumble and neglect ourselves. It's so important to that's it, just little things, a couple moments a day of just little bits of self-care is really how we're all gonna get through this together and connect. That I feel like is just that, even if it's just a wave or, a look to our fellow Jewish people, it means so much. There's no way it can't.
Yeah, because it can definitely have an overwhelming pull to isolate because you think you're alone. And Kate and I just want to know that, you're not. And, this is really our offering. And the only thing that we can do other than, contribute to the causes going on to bring, supplies and stuff like that, you can contribute and donate. But this is our offering to our Jewish friends, family, and community of just take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. It's okay. It's more than needed and more than okay. And this is our support to you.
Yes, so we stand with you, we love you, and we're going to, however we can, get through.
Stay tuned, guys. We are thrilled to be here with each other, and feel so privileged to try and carry a message of hope and positive change to one other person out there. So please subscribe and review and share our podcast to reach that person. And follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Soulsessed Twins and get daily inspo and connect with us.
Let's build this community together.
100%.
So come back next week and we'll see you then.
Get soul-sessed with us, Soul Tribe.
That's it. Bye, guys.